Most British wrestling fans know the name Dirtbike Kid, but did you know he once travelled to Japan for the opportunity of a lifetime, only for it to end in one of the most controversial matches involving a British wrestler? Now, depending on who you believe, he either stood up for himself or destroyed his reputation in a single night. Hello everyone, I'm Josh Faulkner, the wrestling comedian. Make sure you like the video and drop me a follow. Let's talk about the Dirtbike Kid. During the early 1990s, British wrestling was changing. While the sport had finished, television exposure had disappeared, most promoters were relying on holiday camps, town halls and leisure centres to keep the industry alive. But a new generation of wrestlers was beginning to emerge. One of them was the Dirtbike Kid. With his colourful motorcycle-inspired gear, goggles and fast-paced style, Dirtbike Kid stood out immediately. At a time when British wrestlers still worked a slower traditional style, he was hitting moonsaults, top rope dives and aerial moves that audiences simply weren't used to seeing. He became one of the country's best-known lightweight wrestlers and a regular for various promoters, earning a reputation as one of Britain's most exciting performers. Like many ambitious British wrestlers, his dream was to wrestle in Japan. In 1999, that dream became a reality when he was booked by Michinoku Pro Wrestling. Now, this wasn't just any promotion. Michinoku Pro, founded by the great Sasuke, was famous worldwide for its spectacular junior heavyweight wrestling and innovative high-flying style. For a British wrestler, this was a huge opportunity. Unfortunately, it's also the reason Dirtbike Kid is remembered around the world. The promotion was holding a masked tournament. There was one problem, however. The Dirtbike Kid had never worn a mask. One was made specifically for him, and according to the Dirtbike Kid himself, he hated wearing it and didn't think it suited his character. Before the match even started, he removed the mask in front of the crowd, something that reportedly upset both the promotion and the great Sasuke. The match can still be found online, and the moment is genuinely awkward to watch. His opponent wasn't just the biggest star in the company, he was the owner, the great Sasuke, and what happened next has been debated ever since. Japanese fans generally believe Dirtbike Kid ignored the agreed plan for the match and took far more offense than he was supposed to. Dirtbike Kid has always denied that. He has said that the match suddenly changed, became legitimate, and that he found himself in a real fight rather than a wrestling match. What isn't disputed is that the match became incredibly physical. Sasuke stopped selling, the kicks became harder. Much harder. Dirtbike Kid later claimed one kick landed directly into an existing rib injury and that he genuinely couldn't continue. The referee eventually stopped the contest, and to this day, many fans consider it one of the most famous examples of a wrestling match turning into a legitimate confrontation. Whether Sasuke was teaching him a lesson, whether emotions simply boiled over, or whether it was all one huge misunderstanding, only the people inside the ring that night truly know. But that single match became the defining moment of Dirtbike Kid's career. Back in Britain, he continued wrestling. He remained a familiar face on the independent scene, with plenty of fans still appreciating just how innovative his style had been. Because here's the thing, long before today's generation of British high flyers, the Dirtbike Kid was already bringing fast-paced athletic wrestling to audiences that had grown up on World of Sport. In many ways, he was ahead of his time. Unfortunately, history often remembers controversy more than talent. Mention the Dirtbike Kid today and most wrestling fans immediately think about Japan. But perhaps he deserves to be remembered for something else as well, as one of the wrestlers who helped drag British wrestling into a more modern era. But I want to hear from you. What do you think? Was the Dirtbike Kid unfairly treated in Japan, or did he bring the situation on himself? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more wrestling stories, opinions and laughs, you know what to do. And remember, I'll see you on the next one.